It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host Ben. Now let's dive in. So we've got a pullback in the market, another one like DJ Khaled, and you can see coin has come back to this previous low here. This is not a great sign because we are continually rolling downwards. We keep having short-term pops, but then right after we have these quick sell-offs and it just keeps dragging the price down and down. So at this point, I would say we might go back to 30,000. Now it is trying to hold here on the 4-hour chart. Looking at it on the daily, it's still holding in this 32.5. If it can hold here, it should be fine. That would be a higher low. It'll be this low and then now these higher lows here, if this area can hold. So we'll see what happens. But be very cautious because every time we've almost had a trend reversal, it's getting squashed down and we're pushing down the lower price ranges, which I don't like. So we may not be ready for that trend reversal yet. It's hard to tell right at this moment because this is still just sideways consolidation. So Ethereum getting rejected at the downtrend in that 50-day, and it's having a pullback as well below 2,000. We don't want to see it below 2,000. If it continues to test here and drops, then we can easily see it back down to the 1,500 area. We are very close to the tip of this support and this downtrend for a possible triangle breakout, but it could break out to the downside. Downside selling pressure that we've seen the last couple of days is a little too much selling pressure for my liking, and it is on both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And if both of these pull back any lower, all the rest of the altcoin market will pull back more than likely. Cardano, which has had one of the best charts anyway, you can see it did dip all the way back down to 117 but pulled back to this 125 area. Still above the 200, still looking fine. If it cracks the 200, then I'd be concerned, but we still have that dollar support there as well. So I'm not too concerned. I'll probably add a little Cardano if I see it continue to drop a little bit or hold in this low area here. Cosmos getting slowed down too, got rejected off of the 200, but it is trying to hold up that $12 area of support. I think it'll hold. We're building nice higher lows here on the daily, multiple higher lows. So we should see a bounce off of this back up to that 200 at 1450 for a test if Ether and Bitcoin don't just dump out. So I've been talking about Algorand. Still looks good to me even with the little sell-off. It didn't sell off that much. It was already only at 90 cents. So it's selling back down to 85 cents is not that big of a deal. And it's already back at 88 cents. So Algorand still looks pretty decent. Polygon MATIC is taking a hit. I mean, we basically just have this straight down trend line that it cannot get over. It is trying to hold kind of the same thing right here at this 95 cent to $1 area. Kind of looks similar to Ethereum's chart, but it is above the 200-day. If it can't hold 95 cents, it probably will pull back to the 200-day at 70 cents. So we need to see some type of trend reversal on MATIC. It needs to bounce off of this dollar and break this downtrend. Right now, looking pretty sketchy. Shiba Inu did have a little sell-off, but still pretty much holding up the trend line at the moment. Looks like it may get another bounce here in the next couple of days. Volume very light the last couple of days though, so got to see some volume come back in there. StormX, you guys aren't on this one yet. Not much of a sell-off. Didn't really mess with StormX much. StormX is one of the few that kind of is doing its own thing right now. Just hanging in that 2 cent area. It's been hanging out there for a while now. I'm not doing too much. So it's a good one for staking. Waves selling off, coming back to this uptrend here. To me, this could be a possible buying opportunity for a bounce off of this uptrend. You got the 200-day there as well. So pretty strong support right in the area that it's at. This very easily could get back up to that 1750. So keep it on watch. So keep NMR, Numeraire, whatever it is, on watch, as it got a decent little pop today up to 37 from 31. Stock market is very hot right now, and this crypto project is related to the stock market. So If we see the stock market continue to push up, Numeraire could have another big pop. Got pushed all the way back down, so there's some selling pressure, but it's on a bit of an uptrend right now if we can see that confirmed. But definitely want to keep an eye on for another possible rip up, especially in the short term as a swing trade. Vechain pulling back a little bit, but not much. Just pulling back to that 7.3 area. That should be some pretty decent support in this area. It's held up multiple times, but looks a lot like the other charts. Just needs to get a bounce off of this support area. If not, Vechain will probably come back down to 5.5. Now, before we go, I want to talk about this channel that Bitcoin is in and the overall crypto markets. There's a lot of good headlines still coming out. It's just the buying volume in the crypto market is low. That could be because the stock market is pretty hot right now. So a lot of traders and more the short-term retail traders are in the stock market, where before they were kind of more in the crypto market. So stock market's getting to a point to where it's going to have a big correction soon, and seeing cryptos being down while the stock market is up, this could be a good place for money to come into if the stock market starts crashing, especially with all these prices being at pretty relatively cheap prices for what these crypto projects are worth to a lot of people. So if there's any coins that you would like me to cover that I'm not currently covering on a weekly basis, leave those in the comments below and let me know your thoughts on the current coins that I am covering and the current state of the crypto market. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.